Good afternoon, everyone. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. I was born in the northern city of Afghanistan called Mazar-e-Sharif. I don't remember much about my passion for the first 3 years of my life, but as my mom told me, destroying things had been my most passionate job. As far as I remember, from the 3rd to the 7th years of my life, what I was passionate about the most was kicking pills and fighting with my neighbor's children. When I turned 7, my father enrolled me in a very exciting yet boring place called school. Going to school was very exciting and interesting for me, but just for the first week. Since then, what I was passionate about the most was to argue with my dad to not send me to school because the education quality was not satisfactory. I had to take English and math private courses after school. One day after school, when I was 10 years old, as I was going to an English course, I saw a few young men with pretty uniforms, and they were performing beautiful martial arts in a park. Unconsciously, I was sitting in the chair and saw how they are performing. In the end, they hugged each other and bowed. It impressed me so much. Since then, every day, instead of going to an English course, I was going in a Taekwondo club to watch how people are exercising Taekwondo. I was missing my English course, but my parents didn't know about that. At home, I gathered all my friends of my age. We found a bag and filled it with soft soil and straws. This is how I was training Taekwondo at home. When my parents discovered that I was going in a Taekwondo club instead of attending to an English course, they punished me. But then they realized my intense passion in Taekwondo, and after getting my parents' permission, I registered in a Taekwondo club after a massive insist. I started to compete with others. I won several regional class competitions and then entered in the cities competitions. I won more of them. I had a match in Iran and another one in Pakistan. One of my memories being in Pakistan is how I and my rival became friends before the game. We took a selfie together. But in the competition day, I beat him and been announced as a winner. In the end, I tried to hug him and shake his hand, but he denied it. I told him, it was just a game, man. Friendship is more important than a game. After that, I participated in a few more competitions in Afghanistan. Unfortunately, during one of them, I was injured very badly. and my vertebrae injured. The doctors banned me from continuing the Taekwondo for a long time. It was a better moment for me. My life became dark and I was in a deep depression. After a year, I adopted myself without Taekwondo, but couldn't forget the sweet moments. At the end, there is a quote from Wanda Sykes that can beautifully sum up my speech. He says, if you feel like there is something out there that you are supposed to be doing, stop wishing, just do it. Thank you very much.